In the years after the collapse, the world had no guardians. It had only Iron Lords. Immortal, fearless, we fought to protect the survivors of a once great age. Our battle was about more than crawling back from the shadows. The Iron Lords would give humanity back its future. Some know the legend, but no one truly knows how the Iron Lords died their final deaths. That was something you had to be there for, to witness, to remember, to know even heroes can die, and survival is not always a victory. Now I am the lone sentry, and my watch is eternal, waiting for the day when whatever we disturbed awakens. The Iron Lords are gone, but our fight is far from over.
The House of Devils is back, and they're digging into old Golden Age research labs all across the system. This isn't a simple smash and grab. They're on a mission. At first, the Vanguard wasn't particularly concerned. At least, not until the Devils decided to move back into the Cosmodrome. Now the Devils are shifting a massive amount of resources to an area nearby that's been dark for centuries. Normally, I'd say it's just another day. Except, what's really got everyone talking is that Lord Saladin has left his post at the Iron Banner to take charge of the situation personally. Only rather than go straight to the Cosmodrome, Saladin wants us to investigate an abandoned observatory in the mountains. Very strange.
A group of Fallen has captured Fellwinter Peak. My team and I are en route, but we won't get there in time. I need you to secure the observatory at the top. It is imperative the Fallen do not establish a foothold on that mountain. If the Fallen are working their way up the mountain, their goal is to take Vostok Observatory.
What would the Fallen want in an abandoned outpost?
Things better left buried. There is a gondola near your location. Take it up to the observatory.
Whoa, this hasn't been activated for more than 400 years. With this sort of reception, it might be ambitious to think we can secure the entire observatory.
Courtyard in the rear of the facility. If you can secure that, you should be able to keep them from the Iron Temple until we arrive.
Wait, Iron Temple? Like Iron Banner? Iron Lords?
Stay focused. There's too much at stake.
Watch out! I think there's more of them. I don't think I like this little metal box anymore. We can't take another hit like that. Jump! I don't understand. If there's something so important up there, why wasn't the Vanguard protecting the temple all these years?
This place and its secrets are my responsibility.
You know, this is more than a few fallen. Just for the record.
We cannot afford even one to claim what lies on that mountain.
Be careful. Picking something up nearby. Sepix. It's supposed to be dead. And there's something odd in the energy signature. It's not fallen, but it's regenerating.
Did you say it's regenerating? Kill Sepix Guardian. Kill it now. If that's what I think it is, the temple doors will not be strong enough to hold it back. You must destroy it before that happens. Do not let Sepix enter that temple.
All this trouble to break into an old temple?
The wolves still bite. Shiro, what's your status?
Circling around to make sure the area is clear. Be there in a sec.
Well done, Guardian. The temple is secure. Now we can... Shiro, get a lock on it.
I just picked up... Wait. Multiple impacts near the wall in Sector 17.
They're attacking the sensor grid. They must know where Siva is. Guardian, go to the Cosmodrome immediately. If Sepix escapes, the Fallen won't be our only problem.
Lord Saladin, you said the Fallen knew about Siva, but I can't find a reference to Siva in the Vanguard database.
That's because I went to great lengths to lock it away. The records are in the Iron Temple.
Okay, but if the Fallen already know about Siva, then shouldn't we?
What you need to do now is track Sepix. If we find him, we will know the extent of the corruption.
Okay, I don't know which scares me more, the giant catch, or whatever took a bite out of the wall.
Guardian, it's Shiro. You're gonna need some cover. Make for the Cosmodrome. With most of the Kells gone, getting a force this large to work together is almost impossible. Saladin, you mentioned a sensor grid. Can we use that to tell how far this occupation extends?
The Fallen are irrelevant, Shiro. The only thing that matters now is finding Sepix.
Lots of Fallen, but still no sign of Sepix. What is that pattern over there? Can we take a closer look? I'm picking up some strange readings. It's like what was on Sepix, but if I didn't know any better, I'd say this stuff is consuming everything around it.
That is Siva. With the proper direction, it could create anything a civilization would need. At least in theory.
Hive?
The Hive tend to keep to the dark. Something is driving them into the open.
I just lost all readings from the sensor grid. There's a monitoring station near your location. Hook into it and try to get the grid back online.
No problem. There's not enough left of the sensor grid to fix. Wait. We can pull the logs from the monitoring station. Would that be enough to figure out what these Fallen are up to?
Do it.
Something weird incoming. These Fallen are different. They're augmented with some sort of technology, like Sepix.
Augmented or not, we need that sensor data.
On the bright side, these Fallen aren't coming back to life like Sepix. At least, not yet. Got everything I could out of the sensor logs.
Nice job, Guardian. But we still have to deal with Sepix.
We no longer need the servitor, Shiro. I've seen enough to know the Fallen have restarted production of Siva. Guardian, we've established a base at the Iron Temple. Join us here. In the midst of... Guardian, my fellow Iron Lords died fighting to keep Siva contained. Since that day, I have kept watch for its return, for the day we'd be required once again. Long ago, the flames on this mountaintop stood as a symbol to humankind that the Iron Lords would protect them. If the need has arisen again, I think you should be the one to relight those fires. I enjoy our time together, Guardian. Let's hope you come back in one piece.
What's your story, Titan? You. I had never met a Guardian as selfless as Gillian. Stand strong.
I need your light, Guardian.
We haven't met yet. I'm Tyra Karn. I was once the Archivist in service of the Iron Lords. Saladin called me back because he believes my knowledge of what happened here could be of use. That scout the Vanguard sent? Shiro? He asked me to look at those logs you brought back. Apparently, I'm the only one old enough to make sense of them. In any case, I passed along what I could gather. And now he's asking to see you. The truth is waiting.
Our best died facing Siva. How will you fare?
Hey, we spoke on the radio. I'm Shiro 4, scouting missions for Cade and the Vanguard. Those logs you pulled showed a major fallen occupation out in what Saladin's calling the place. I've had the tower scramble reinforcements, but need someone to guide them in. Don't suppose you know anyone who'd be interested. Maintain your focus.
The Iron Lords believed we could contain Siva by destroying the chamber where it was produced. These Fallen must have restarted the process. We need to get back into the chamber and cut off the flow of Siva at the source.
I think we need to focus on what we know. The Fallen have occupied a military bunker in the Plague Lands. We won't get any reinforcements in that area until the Fallen's artillery is taken out.
The Fallen are a symptom. Eva is the disease.
Vanguard reinforcements are standing by. Until those guns are down, they can't leave the hangar. I shut them down. There's a dead Vandal near you. Can you give me a scan?
Understood. He's fallen, basically, but armor is enhanced. Weapons have been modified. Cybernetic enhancements.
Houses have a sect dedicated to this sort of thing. They're called Splice. They're like body hackers, bioengineers.
It is worse than I feared. The Splicers are not only using Siva to transform this place, they are using its technology to transform themselves.
The Fallen have done some remodeling.
They're taking them big. Hope they're not using it to toughen up those gun emplates. I've never seen the Fallen do anything on this scale before. I'm calling for more reinforcements.
You said yourself reinforcements will be useless until the guns are down. Besides, they will not be prepared for what they'll find.
I thought Siva was technology, but this, it's like something alive, growing, out of control.
These devil splicers are using Siva, but they cannot control it. They are like children with a new toy.
I don't know of toys that eat Russian industrial company.
Those guns were destroyed during the collapse. How did the Fallen...
It's not the Fallen.
Maybe it's not, but the ones pulling the triggers out here. The Vanguard wants them taken down, we take them down.
It's getting worse the farther we get in. I wonder if we can even reach the Siva chamber. Detecting a high concentration of Siva shielding the gun emplacements.
Even Siva-enhanced shields require an energy source. But be careful. There's something familiar about all this.
Destroy the familiar generators and then take down zombie guns. Shield power levels are dropping. That's it. Shield is collapsing. You should be clear.
If I didn't know better, I'd say the Splicers were creating a beachhead. Something of this scale could be used against the city. Guns are upstairs. Take them out.
So destroyed guns? Siva undestroyed them.
Undestroyed?
Look for a central Siva node inside those emplacements. Destroy that, and it will break the Fallen's hold on the gun.
Get ready. Fallen are sending in reinforcements.
Keep it going. Air support is standing by, but they can't do much while those guns are still up. the area until they get there.
Shiro, I'm pretty sure that air support isn't going to get here in time. It's working.
Centuries passed and I have learned nothing. Shiro, can your forces secure that area?
We'll do our best.
Try. I need the Guardian to return to the temple. If we are to avoid the mistakes which led us here, he and I must speak about the fall of the Iron Lords. This may not make sense to you, but it took your fight to remind me that immortality is not the same as invincibility.
I don't understand.
When the ghosts first found us, those who were chosen were blessed with power, but not wisdom. The Iron Lords came together in search of a solution to mankind's struggles. Instead, we found Siva. We dreamt of using Siva to build starships, colonies. We would become what the Traveler all believed we could be.
But something happened.
Siva had been lost to time. When Temur tracked it to the Cosmodrome, we thought our quest was finally over. Siva would be ours for the taking. Rasputin responded. More than 100 Iron Lords entered the Plague Lands. Only 9 reached the replication chamber. But since we were chosen by the Traveler and our cause was just, we were certain the day would be ours. Until Siva took control. It infects our armor. The corruption puppeted us against one another. In the end, Yolder sealed the chamber with the Iron Lords inside, rather than let Siva escape. The battle was won. Died. And our mistakes stayed here.
But Rasputin survived.
This is not Rasputin. But neither is it something I know how to fight. We're using Siva in ways we never even imagined.
How would the Fallen have learned more about Siva than the Iron Lords? Or better yet, where did they learn?
They haven't mastered Siva. It's all still new to them. See Tyra. She studied Siva's origins. If there's a way to track the Fallen's discoveries, she will know where to look.
Whatever you do, don't call the wolves mascots while Saladin's around.
I am to assist you with tower boundaries only.
But shame keep me from seeing it through.
There's really only one place the Fallen could have gained control of Siva. The labs at Bray. That's where the technology was developed, and honestly, I don't know that they're smart enough to have looked anywhere else. The trail, but his sources were tragically incomplete. I'll be here when you... In searching for more information on Siva, I discovered some recent phenomena originating near Clovis Bray.
That's deep in Cabal territory. I find it unlikely the Fallen would have had time to experiment in those labs undisturbed.
True, but there are records of Siva prototypes that were never recovered. They could be...
Lord Teemer spoke of Siva prototypes too. Very well, old friend. Let's follow this path.
You should be in the vicinity.
Okay, what do we have here? Huh. Only finding Data's Golden Age archives would be so easy. There's an intact data store just below us.
Unfortunately, my intel says you're going to need to make your way underground.
Falling great distances is actually our specialty. Elevator shaft, anyone? The doors to the elevator shaft should be here somewhere. Nothing says we're in the right place, like dead Fallen. That's the Bray Research Archive. Now to rummage through its files. There are multiple prototypes, each programmed to serve a different function. One that built constructs, viral armor enhancements, and we have a winner, cybernetic diagnostics. Exactly what the Fallen would need to... Oh, maybe later. We've got company.
The young wolf strikes again. The prototype archives, will they be enough to identify a weakness in the Fallen's hold on Siva?
I have to remind you, of all people, that I'm a scholar, not a scientist. Don't worry, old friend. Between myself and Shiro, we won't leave a single stone unturned. You'll have your defense.
Now,
Siva is building his tech. My glimmer's on we're underestimating just
do
how
you have bounties to return?
I keep thinking about the Iron Lord's final descent into the Siva replication complex. We were so young, so confident in our victory. And yet we lost everything. Shiro's analyzed the Clovis Bray data. He found a way to temporarily disrupt the Splicer's control over Siva. One way or another, my long vigil is almost at its end. And I have you to thank. Let's finish it. Come back stronger.
When the splicers started fusing SIVA into their systems, they created a massive network to control the nanotech. So, just like they took down our sensor grid, we're going to take down theirs. That should neutralize SIVA long enough for you to enter the replication complex.
This is where my fellow Iron Lords sacrificed their lives. You must stop the flow of SIVA now and forever, no matter the cost.
There are a lot of splicers between you and that replication chamber, Guardian. Stay alert. The splicers have built a fortress to protect the entrance to the complex. Short-sightedly, they decided to use the reactor in an old oil tanker as a power source. That's going to be our ticket.
Fallen artillery inbound. You ready for this fight? Picking up a strong energy signature nearby.
That'll be the reactor. Swapping the fusion cell should knock out the network for a few minutes. Defenses, replication, everything.
Okay, pull the fusion cell and switch it with its counterpart. Okay, tinkering with an unstable Golden Age reactor infested with SIVA. Child's play. Wow, that was fast.
Maybe, but it won't last.
The Iron Lord's original plan was to destroy the replicator in the SIVA chamber. Yola's explosion apparently only damaged it, so when you reach the chamber, you will need to finish what she began.
That won't stop the Fallen from using the SIVA they already have.
There's more than one battle in a war. Saladin said the Fallen couldn't control SIVA. I'm guessing that disrupting their hold on it is having some adverse effects.
I wouldn't celebrate too quickly. Only a few of us reached the replication complex. The worst of Rasputin's defenses had already blanketed this entire area. Frames. Constructs. Some things I haven't seen before or since. They felt no pain. No fear.
All we've seen so far is Fallen.
Last time his presence was almost physical. I think he was trying to communicate, but we did not understand.
How can you be so certain Rasputin won't get involved once we're inside?
The Vanguard still believe Rasputin to be simply a war mind. He hasn't been that for a very long time.
So when we stop the production of SIVA, because it'll be that easy, what about who's controlling it?
I have some leads on that. Fallen chatter about some crazy splicer priest who wants to play God. I'm kind of with Saladin now, though. Zealots can take a back seat until the heavy lifting is done.
Why aren't there ever stairs?
You are close to Siva's dark heart, young wolf. Be on your guard. I did what I could to protect their resting place, but I knew what would happen if someone found it. We were touched by the light. I didn't even know someone with the Traveler's Gift could die. Until they did. Find the replicator and deactivate it. Only that will stop the flow of SIVA once and for all.
Those things on the ceiling. I'm detecting DNA. They're human.
Human? That's not possible.
Entering self-destruct. What's happening?
No, it can't be.
It's using the Iron Lord's armor. Entering self-destruct. What's happening?
No, it can't be.
It's using the Iron Lord's armor.
Young Wolf, finish this.
We need to go. We need to go very fast.
Well done, my young wolf. Siva is gone, and the Iron Lords are at peace. Return to the Iron Temple. You have earned your reward.
The Siva replicator is destroyed. We found this near it.
Thank you. She would be honored. My brothers and sisters, I will see you again. Someday. You've given them back to me. Approach. There was a time that only Iron Lords carried the grenades. There are many like this in our armory, but this one is new. It is yours, young wolf. You are the first of a new generation. Take your place as an Iron Lord. The songs that Scori would have written for you, they would have set the sky ablaze. Tyra can ask for whatever she wants. One does not host academic functions outside the temple. The burden of the Iron Lords has been lifted, and the Guardians can once again march in familiar light. Under an iron.
Checking for available bounties now.
Well, hello, Lord Guardian. I'd congratulate you for stopping the production of Siva, but we've still got some cleanup to do. I've been tracking down some more intel on the Fallen who is pulling Siva's strings. A zealot named Axis. You might have slowed him down for now, but when you're ready, we need to start thinking about how to stop him for good. You need anything? I'm here.
No address. No address.
Rest easy, Radagast. Siva's burden is ours to bear now.
I once thought the story of the Iron Lords was finished, but it seems you have added a new chapter. The Iron Lords are reborn. Quite unexpected. There is something about you, Guardian. You have a habit of being at the center of history. I will have to keep my eye on you. I rarely have use for armor anymore. I'll be here when you return.
Checking, Guardian.
The Splicer threat is escalating, quickly. You up for another fight, Guardian? Apparently, the disgraced machine priest, Axis, has proclaimed himself the Devil's newest Archon. He believes Siva is the path towards godhood. And he might be right. Find the Splicer's den, Guardian. Kill Axis. An Iron Lord on the hunt. This is a sight to see. Maintaining a Guardian presence in the Plaguelands is key to keeping the Splicers in check. Maintain your focus.
Something's got the Hive more riled than usual down in the Plaguelands, and we can't afford another front in this fight. The fallen Splicers are trouble enough. So, get down there, Guardian. If the Splicers are stirring up the Hive, we need to know how and why. And you need to put a stop to it. The Hive are hitting the Splicers near the beach tanker. Head that way and find out why they're at each other's throats.
It's possible we're walking into a territorial dispute, but something's telling me there's more to it than that.
Agreed. The Hive can be defensive, but what I'm tracking seems like a full-on assault. The chatter's aggressive, angry. This isn't just a show of force. The Hive are after something.
I was expecting hostilities, but this is... they're at war.
Take out as many as you want. But my advice? Find the Splicer leading this fight. Put him down.
There, a Splicer captain, up high, near the overpass. What's that? The captain dropped something. It's a coded relay from the Splicer's High Priest. There's references to the Hive here. The Splicer's High Priest is either keeping something from the Hive, or has taken something from them.
Search the overpass. See what else you can find.
Whatever the Splicers have locked up here, the Hive are hungry for it. Let's crack open some crates. See what their High Priest is hiding. Nothing. Let's keep moving. Won't budge. Let's find another. No luck, but we should keep looking. Nothing. Let's keep looking. Something's wrong here. This isn't good. The Splicer's High Priest is... he's corralling Thrall, collecting them.
No wonder the Hive are on the warpath. Any chance this isn't related to the Splicer's experiments with Siva?
Slim to none. There were heavy Siva readings all over the hive they had created, along with an odd heat signature. I don't think the Splicers are simply displacing the Thrall.
The Splicer's role within a fallen house is equivalent to a mad scientist.
Or Warlock.
Sure. Just didn't want to be the one who said it. Point is, they're the Fallen's big brains. We've seen what they can do with limited knowledge of Siva. They've basically force-fed their own evolution. So...
what if they're attempting the same with the hive?
they could control them. Or worse.
There are Siva readings pinging all over this region. I'll try to match them against the specific heat signature we found. There. This is definitely the place. Closer look at what's in that cave. This is worst case scenario. The Splicers aren't in a territorial war with the Hive. They're experimenting on them.
And if the Splicer's High Priest is going to these lengths, he's either gone crazy with power, or he's taking orders from someone who has.
Like an Archon?
Or a Prime. Either's bad news. But for now, we've got a clear-cut problem. We need to find this High Priest and put an end to his atrocities.
The Splicer's High Priest has crews pushing further underground in the Plague Lands. Looks like a large-scale mobilization against a hive nest.
An army of Hive controlled by the Splicers would be the end of old Russia.
Could be the end of everything. The Devils are evolving. Neutralize them before this goes any further, Guardian.
There's a series of old missile silos near the bunker. I've got reports of Hive near that location.
Sounds like the place to be.
From my glimmer, yeah. And remember, target anything that moves. Every kill gets us one less Splicer or Hive to be warped by Siva.
Noted. I'm picking up several concentrated SIVA nodes ahead.
The splicers are using SIVA to augment the silo's old defense protocols. They've got the inner doors sealed tight. If you want to get inside, you'll need to find and destroy those SIVA nodes.
I've pinpointed another SIVA node. Picking up one more node. Let's go get it. Last node. Security protocols are clear and hackable.
Push forward, Guardian.
The splicers have fortified the entrance. We've got heavy resistance.
They must have driven the hive deeper into the silos. Fight through it.
New SIVA energy spikes below us. Multiple nodes, all powering another barrier. But I can't nail down their locations. The readings are too sporadic.
You know what to do, Guardian. Find those nodes, unload on them, and keep moving.
It's hard to get a clean reading down here. Keep moving. The closer we get to each node, the easier they are to map. Looks like the splicers have taken this hatchery. The hive bioorganic architecture is still intact, but there are microbursts of SIVA activity all around us.
Used to be the Fallen would attack for resources, for survival, revenge. To invade a hive nest like this, SIVA's changed them.
Still getting strong SIVA readings. There must be another node.
You're all that stands between the Splicer's High Priest and whatever mad science he's cooking up down there. End this.
That did it. No idea what those nodes were protecting, but the barrier's down. This doesn't look good.
Did you find the High Priest?
Not exactly. That ogre is... Well, that's disgusting.
A lot more where that came from if the High Priest isn't removed from the field.
Makes you wonder what they're willing to do to us.
Sounds like you're about to find out. Eyes up, Guardian.
Look at that thing. Makes you wonder what they're willing to do to us.
Sounds like you're about to find out. Eyes up, Guardian.
High Priest wasn't looking to build a hive slave army. He was just removing their body parts to be joined with Siva.
Bioengineering's become the Splicer's main MO. We're lucky to have dropped their High Priest before he could perfect any of this madness, but it's gotta make you wonder. What other perversions are they planning? The House of Devils marked you as public enemy #1 after you trashed their prime servitor, but your old friend Sepix Prime is back. And apparently better than ever, thanks to the Devil Splicers and Siva. Zavala's not too happy about the idea of the Splicers playing Godmaker, and I can't blame him.
Got it. Grid's clear. Let's get out of here. Deja vu. Me, you, a sea of devils, and an angry machine god waiting on the other side. I'd say lock and load, but I'm sure you already did. Why would the Splicers rebuild Sepix? They already have Siva.
I can make a guess. Maybe an offer to the other devils. A show of power? You know, in Siva we trust, and in Siva all things are possible. Get in there, and show them that their god is nothing but metal and tech.
Sepix perfected, in all his glory.
Sepix to run this time. Sepix was the Splicer's next big play. Present a god for all to worship. Then control the flow of ether to control the house.
I guess they didn't factor us into the plan.
Any wrench we can throw in their works is a good thing. And Guardian, you make one hell of a wrench.
got miles of Cosmodrome to... The Splicer's High Priest is dead, but I'm getting reports that his machine priests are looking to continue his work. We've still got a lot of fight left, Guardian. See anything new out there? Careful. The Fallen still have their hands on Siva. Don't get too cocky out there.
Oh dear, it broke. Hi. All done.
Let's get some answers. There's a reason I've held on to that for so long. Our history rests with you now.
Light isn't a compliment to your weapon. It is your weapon.
Okay, I can help with this. Careful out there.
Zavala will listen now. He has
Well,
no
that gap
other
is
choice.
overbooked. Shuttle back or wait.
You've heard of the Thunderlord. It is a weapon of the Great Disaster. Our first terrible attempt to fight the Hive on the moon. Be careful on this one. Goodbye and good luck.
You've come to the right place. Thanks, Guardian. Watch yourself.
The Guardian stared Oryx in the face.
Good weapon. Be safe.